Hello, insiders. This might be our shortest ever newsflash. I don't know, maybe it's summer, but don't have much to report, but I do have some things. So let's get to it. There is an improvement we're rolling out to Android main app, so the YouTube app for Android, where you can reply to comments and mention users specifically, which will improve with readability, and just as importantly, get the person you mentioned will get a notification so they'll know and kind of keep the conversation going. The Explore tab experiment continues. Remember I told you in the past it was going to be 1% of iPhone users. We are now boosting that to 2%. So still collecting data, but so far so good. And link below for more on that experiment of the Explore tab. Ooh, I will mention one thing. I was actually talking to one of the product managers about the Explore tab, and as you will recall, there is a creator on the rise, I think they call it a chip or a call out somewhere in that Explore experience. And we were talking about, wow, you know, the Creator on the Rise program is great. It kind of features up-and-coming creators, but they're of a general size. What if we had another shelf or a chip in the Explore experiment where we promoted even smaller creators? And just sort of spitballing, what if those creators were nominated by top creators? So top creators could say, oh, I think this person's really up and coming, or I think this is really cool. And I don't know if we'd ever do that. It may not be a great idea. Like, you know, a complaint might be like, ooh, well, these top creators now are kind of becoming kingmakers. You know, why should they be able to choose? We should just algorithmically select small up and coming creators. Leave in the comments if you have any opinions about that. Be curious to know. It's definitely just spitballing. So not sure if it would go anywhere, but always open to your feedback. Next, there is, as part of our digital well-being effort, we are launching the time watched profile feature, so a viewer can see how much time they've been watching YouTube, and if it's more than what they sort of budget for, they can kind of set reminders and you know, just have a more balanced relationship with the digital media, including YouTube. Next, August 1, there was a bug where the verification badges were not being shown, like in search results and other places, and we think we fixed it. By the time you see this, it should be taken care of. If you're still seeing missing verification badges, if your channel has been verified, let us know in the comments below. Lastly, we are working on an update video on Creator Insider to talk about the status of the applications to the YPP program. Most people have already heard back who are waiting since a few months ago, so again, apologies for that delay, but glad we're able to make a decision on the vast majority of applicants. We still see in the comments here people saying, hey, I still haven't heard yet, I've been waiting for many months. So that update will be coming soon for those secondary reviews, and just giving a little bit of a heads up on where we are with that process. You know, just be aware that if you're, you know, not staying within community guidelines or not brand appropriate, even if we haven't gotten back to you, like, it should be pretty clear, like that kind of stuff is not going to get approved. Now you could say, well, then just tell us, and so hopefully in the next video we can give some more information about how we're doing that. We're obviously trying to be really careful and making as thoughtful decisions as possible, and that requires, you know, some manual review. So that's why when it's a borderline case, it takes a little longer. Okay, next, I want to call out for our last movie quote for the last news flash. It was Predator, and the first person who guessed that was Freek. Well done, Freek. Second was Omar, Correa. So yes, that was Predator, a fantastic movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and the governor of Minnesota. What's his name? Something to something. He was a wrestler as well. Oh, man. And Navy SEAL. I know a lot of things about him. I don't know his name. He has a mustache, kind of balding. At any rate, that's a great movie. I think, oh, and then, you know, high five to Super User Tech Mods. He was the first commenter on the last Newsflash, so you were fast on the draw, or on the draw, yeah. So that's it for this week. I know it's a fairly short Newsflash. Hopefully we'll have more next time. In the meantime, keep it real. All right, movie quote time. Ready?
Yeah.
What happened to your feet? Oh, those are your was it 407s? Okay. What happened to your feet? Oh, those are your 407s? Can I see them? Boom. Are you in a fraternity? Are you? Are you in a fraternity? Are you Steve Jobs? Are you CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company? Well, if not, then you should never wear New Balance shoes again. All right, that's good enough.